we're just not gonna acknowledge my hair, okay? And seems to how today's video is about how I'm thankful for my sister, Ashley, she's gonna be like dying because of how my hair looks in this video. You're welcome. But yes. So today, I'm thankful for my sister, Ashley. That little hooch has been there for every single step of the way, and I've known her for 19 years. She, for those of you who do not know, was born on my birthday when I was 6. So we are 6 years apart. And she will forever be the best birthday gift that I could ever get. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our childhood. Because I feel like our childhood is where I can express a lot of this the most. Growing up, we've always been in a situation where fighting was like a thing in the house. It's a common thing. It's always been a common thing. But her and I, we don't fight and have it be like a long time. It's one of those where you fight, you have your differences, but then 5 minutes later you're like, hey, you want to go get a pizza? You want to go to the store? Want to watch a movie? Want to play a game? And have everything be okay. So, first off, I'm thankful for knowing that no matter how much we fight, no matter how much I make her mad, she's always still gonna be there for me. And I don't ever have to worry about her just not wanting to be there for me. Like, does that make sense? I hope so. So, we used to get grounded a lot. And the two of us was like, well, you can't ground my best friend. Like, who do you think you are? So we would like, in our old house, where this is the hallway and here's a bedroom, we would sit at our doors and we would play in the hallway, but we would still be in our rooms because we couldn't be out of our rooms. And we weren't. We were still in our rooms. We were just in the door. And we were playing in that little hallway area outside our room so that we could still hang out with each other and play with each other without actually, like, being, whatever, because we were grounded, so we couldn't leave our room. And we used to get in trouble for that. Like, to the point where we were not allowed to open our doors because we couldn't play with one another if our doors were shut. And then whenever just one of us was grounded and the other one wasn't, we would sit like at the door. Say I was the one that was grounded, I would sit against the wall in my room behind the door, and the door would be shut, and I'd have a piece of paper, or like a pad of paper or a notebook or whatever, and I have my pen or pencil, and she would sit in the hallway by the closet door, and we would just pass notes back and forth underneath the door because we were all that each other had. Even today, that is true. Because she may not go with me everywhere. She may not move when I move. She may not, like, depend on me the way that Oreo depended on me. But it's one of those things where I know that no matter where I go or what I'm doing, she is still going to be there. She is still going to be my sister. She is still going to want to be that important figure in my life. And, that is what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that she wants to be, close to me. And, going back to, the childhood thing, that was always fun. and we call them sleepovers because we would spend the night in each other's bedrooms, and it would happen on a school night a lot of the times. So we would talk and we would laugh, and we would either keep our parents up because their room was right under mine, or we would stay up too late and then we didn't want to get up for school the next day. So our parents was like, no, you're not allowed to do that. So we did this thing where she would bring in her pillows and her blankets and stuff, and she would sleep under my bed so that she could still be in the room, but she couldn't be seen by my parents. And then my parents would go in the room, in her room, to wake her up, and she'd be gone. So I don't know how many times I've been woken up because my parents were, like, to an extent freaked out because she was just gone, when really she was under my bed. So that's funny. And now today we share a bed, so there's no more of that. We share a room. Grounding won't work on us now because, one, we're adults, so we don't get grounded, and two, even if we weren't and we did get grounded, we share the same bedroom, therefore you can't keep me from my sister. So nice try. Then there's the movies. Her and I, and while I haven't really been into watching movies lately, her and I have this amazing setup, and it's like a date night with sisters. Like, we like to make everything as comfortable as possible. Like, I will turn my whole fucking room into a fort so that we can just, like, sit inside the fort. And we used to do that all the time, down the hallway and into the bedrooms. It was so fun. But we will take all of we will take all of our blankets and we'll set it up, and we'll have snacks that we'll get for each other. We'll have drinks that we'll get for each other, and we'll sit down and we'll watch like 3 or 4 movies in a row. And she generally can tell when I'm thinking of a movie night, because even today we'll be at the store and all of a sudden we'll go through one of the lines, and I'll have like 3 bags of chips and like 4 drinks, and she'll be looking at me and she'll be like, movie night? Movie? Want to watch a movie later? And I'm like, yeah, snacks, drinks, we got it all. So I'm always thankful to be able to spend that little time for her. And that girl is very sweet. She's very kind. She always has the best intention in mind, even if she struggles to get her point out. I know, at the very least, that she's just trying to make things easier. I know that she's helped me a lot with my personal demons. And she's been in the process of teaching me, and for the most part I've got it, but she's been trying to teach me how to let things go. Because in the past, you know, the little things that I couldn't control, I just get so worked up over. And she was like, Tot, you need to learn how to let things go so that your life is less stressful. And so I started doing that, and my life was less stressful because I learned, for the most part, how to let little things go. So I am thankful for that. Whenever I need an opinion, I can always count on her to tell me the truth, because she will not let me look raggedy. Let me tell you. If my hair looks like this when we leave the house, she'd be like, Tot, go brush your hair. Go wet your hair. Go do something, because no, your hair is not having it. And if I don't match, she'll be like, Tot, what are you wearing? Or she'll stand there and she'll just start laughing, which is funny because it gets me to laughing. But she'll stand there and she'll be like, and then she'll do this. It's hilarious. And I'll be like, what? And then she'll be like, what are you wearing? I'll be like, my clothes. What do you mean? She'll be like, Tot, no. Oh my god. Little thing. Oh, so cute. My little kid. That's cute. I annoy the shit out of her. It's pretty funny, actually. Because we're sisters, first of all, so that's my job, is to annoy her. I almost said annoy her again. But no, in all seriousness, I am very thankful for her. I'm thankful for her opinions that she gives. I'm thankful for her smile and for her laughter. And I'm thankful that her and I have the same tastes in a lot of things. So it's easy for her to be like, oh, hey, do you want to watch this video with me? Like a YouTube video or whatever. And that one video will turn into like 10. And then it'll go from, like, say we're watching something like spooky or scary, because that's always our go-to thing. By the end of it, we'll be watching like a funny slime video. Or we'll be watching, like, we'll go from something like really, really scary and people like exploring places to like a food video. And the next thing you know, we're singing. She's one of those people where we'll be like, okay, I'm going to bed. And then an hour later, we're up watching TikToks on her phone. Because it's just hilarious. So, I'm grateful and thankful that her and I can spend that time and those moments together and laugh. I don't know what I would do without her. I just adore that girl and love her so much. She's my sister. She's my best friend. She's a hooch. She's also at work today. So, she knows I'm doing this video. And she's giving me shit because I wrote all of it down. Like, I wanted to write down all of the things that I'm thankful for. And I have 24 on my list so far. But I was just writing them down as I was thinking of them. And I wasn't trying to put them in any specific order because I don't want... One, I don't want, like, the people that I have on this list to think that they are less thankful, or that to think that I am less thankful for them than I am of someone else. And I feel like either way, that's going to happen because she is number 7. So this is the 7th video that I'm putting up out there. Whereas my best friend Janaea was the 2nd video that I, am putting out there. None of these things mean more to me than the next. Obviously, all of the people that I'm thankful for in these videos are going to be more than, like, other things, but she's giving me shit because Flatliners. One of the things that you will see my video is a movie, Flatliners, and I thought of Flatliners, and then I thought of her, so she was giving me shit because she came after that. And I was like, it's not in any specific order, it's jumbled up, and it's supposed to be that way. So that when you see it, you have your moment. But yeah. No, I'm thankful that I get the chance to work with her. It's very nice because when I'm having a bad day and she's there, I can, I stop and I look at her and she could tell, like, okay, let me tell you why I'm thankful for my sister. Okay? She will be at a friend's house spending the night, and she'll be there for like 2 or 3 days, okay? And I'll be at home. And I'll be in my feelings, and I'll be crying. This girl called me Okay, this is an actual thing. She was spending the night at one of her friend's house. And she was there for the weekend. Like, she went over there Friday. She came back Monday. And I was at home. And I think I had gotten into an argument with either one of my parents or my friend or something. And it made me cry. So I was sitting there crying. And she called me. And the first thing that she said was, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And I was like, "Hi, Gig." And she was like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "How did you know I was crying?" She was like, "I just do. That's why I'm calling. So why are you crying?" And I'm like, "You're not even here." And she was like, "I know. I just have this sixth sense." Like, she has the ability to just know. Like, she knows when I'm crying. Don't know how. And literally, she's done this several times. Like, she'll be downstairs watching a movie and I'll be upstairs in my room and I'll be crying. And next thing you know, she's in the room like, "What is wrong? Why are you crying? Like, what's going on?" She has always been able to do that. And she does it in here too. Sometimes she knows that I'm crying, but she gives me the moment to like have to myself and to just kind of like calm down. But then if I don't stop, she's like, "Okay, you gotta clean yourself up. Like, what are you doing in here?" She doesn't like seeing me sad, and she doesn't like seeing me depressed. Just kind of like, I don't like when she's that way. And she knows that I just like to be comforted, and sometimes I need my space, so she tries to give me my space sometimes. Even though I don't really need my space, I need the hug. Because, it's just how I am. But then there's this. You know how in a movie, when there's always that thing that you do, that there's always that thing that someone does to another character in the movie or the show or the book that you're reading, and you're like, "Oh, I want to do something like that." Like, that is what I have with her, and I'm so thankful for it, because I've always wanted to do that, and then I realized that I do have that, and so I'm like, "Oh my god, I love it." Every time she's upset, and she'll tell me when she's actually trying to be upset. Like, when she just wants to not be cheered up, she just wants it to, like, so she can just get over it. She'll tell me. But she's only done it, like, a few times. But most of the time, all I have to do is show her Ubi. And then I make the plane sound, and I, like, poke her somewhere. And it makes her smile and laugh every single time. Every single time. So I'm thankful that I can always make her smile and always make her laugh. And I'm thankful for her, and I want her to know that she is loved and cared for. And even though we get on each other's last nerve and we may fight and everything, there is nothing that she can say or do that's going to make me not love her. I'm always going to be close to her. I'm always going to be there for her. And she just needs to get used to that, because I'm not going nowhere. Gig. She's my little Gig. I love my Gig. And before I end this video, I have to do the dance that she did in the refrigerator. She's gonna love me for this. So I'm walking into the kitchen, right? And I see my little sister, like, as a little kid. Like, she was only like 5 maybe. And her little feet was in the refrigerator. And she had her left hand on the freezer door handle. And because the door was open, she had her right hand on the handle of the refrigerator part. And so she's standing in the fridge, and she's doing this thing. In the fridge. Oh my goodness. I love that hooch so much. So, Ashley, I am thankful for you, and I love you, and I hope you're having a good day at work. But yeah, So today I'm thankful for my sister. So if you are thankful for one of your siblings, leave me a comment down below and let me know and tell me why. I'd love to know about it. And if you are enjoying my I'm thankful for videos, be sure to go and check out my thankful playlist. I will leave the link for that in the description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!